Koreans are well known for their strict etiquette, and K-pop idols are no exception. However, there are several occasions where these artists crossed the line and made inappropriate jokes about their hoobae, and received countless negative comments from the netizens. Number 1. Dohyun mimicking Tsuki's facial expression. On April 4th, 2022, Dohyun and other members of Murray, including Lean and Seyoung, held a livestream via Naver V-Live to chat with fans and listen to K-pop songs. When the playlist turned to Billy's song, Ginga Minga Yo, Dohyun was seen pulling off exaggerated facial expressions, such as sticking his tongue out and rolling his eyes, which are described as distasteful by netizens, probably to mimic that of Tsuki when she performed the song. It is known that Tsuki is a 20-year-old female idol of the girl group Billy, who only debuted 6 months ago. Recently, she has gone viral on the internet for her diverse and cartoonish facial expressions while performing live. Thus, it seems clear to the netizens that Dohyun's actions directly imitated her. After the V-Live ended, the clip of Dohyun mimicking Tsuki was uploaded on various social media platforms, and netizens were quick to show their anger at this allegedly disrespectful act. They flocked to the video and left countless negative comments, claiming that Dohyun was being extremely rude to his rising hoobae. I don't know who the hell is Dohyun, but one thing for sure, I hate his guts to mimic Tsuki, a netizen angrily commented. Others said that Dohyun looked so ridiculous with that action, and they hoped Tsuki wouldn't feel insecure about herself after this. 2 days after the controversy, Dohyun published a handwritten letter on the group's official Twitter account to apologize to Tsuki and her supporters for his inconsiderate act. He promised not to make such a mistake in the future, and accepted all the hatred poured on him. Dohyun even appeared on a live broadcast to verbally issue his apology. However, the criticism somehow did not stop there. Netizens continued to scrutinize Dohyun, claiming that his apology was scripted and he was not sincere. It appears to them that he did not repent at all, since his facial expression was stiff, showing that he was reading a prepared letter of apology. Within a short period of time, almost all the videos related to this controversy were taken down by Mirai's company, fueling the anger of Tsuki's supporters. Number 2. Heechul asking if winner members watch adult content. Widely known for his great sense of humor, Heechul is a familiar name to Korean TV show audiences. However, Heechul used to receive harsh criticism several times for his inappropriate jokes to his juniors, 2 of whom are winners Sunghyun and Jinwoo. Specifically, when Sunghyun and Jinwoo were invited to the show Street Alcohol Fighter, initially they had very interesting conversations about their hobbies and table manners with Heechul and the host of the show. Nevertheless, things started to go wrong when Sunghyun and Jinwoo were asked to perform the viral sexy dance challenge Cocaine. As they accepted the challenge, Heechul came closer and pulled a joke. Do you watch Panda TV? The question made Sunghyun and Jinwoo feel extremely awkward, since Panda TV is known as a Korean online platform updating adult content. Right after the show, Heechul drew tons of mixed opinions, mostly negative ones. On the other hand, netizens criticized him for being inconsiderate to his juniors, as K-pop idols have to always pay rigorous attention to their image. Some even consider this act as a type of verbal sexual harassment. Moreover, what Heechul said might make the young audiences of the show curious about this site and expose themselves to inappropriate content. In fact, Korea's entertainment news company had reported that Panda TV became more well-known after a member of Super Junior mentioned it on TV. On the other hand, some claimed that this show's target audience was young adults aged 20 and above, as the title of the show is indicated. Thus, there was no need to criticize Heechul for mentioning an online adult content site. They regard those criticizing Heechul as sensitive and dramatic. Anyways, this controversial scene is cut off from the show. Until now, Heechul and SM Entertainment have had no official response to this controversy. Number 3. Kyuhyun interrupting Taeyeon's fan call. Under the influence of the COVID-19 pandemic, it seems impossible for idols and fans to meet face-to-face. Therefore, many entertainment companies and artists have organized online fan meetings in order for fans to contact their favorite idols, one of whom is SNSD Taeyeon. However, Taeyeon's fan call on March 15, 2022 sparked a heated debate on online platforms due to the unexpected appearance of Super Junior's Kyuhyun. Specifically, when Taeyeon was having a conversation with her fans, Kyuhyun suddenly came in uninvited and disrupted the call, making Taeyeon's fans and netizens feel quite uncomfortable. Some claim that Kyuhyun was being rude not only to Taeyeon, but also to the fans receiving her call. It is known that this fan call event was made viable via the one-on-one video call service held by Masima Shop, in which fans purchasing Taeyeon's newly released album INVU at the shop stood a chance of being selected to have a video call with Taeyeon. Only 30 fans can get this golden opportunity, and they had to spend a huge amount of money on buying albums to get this special service. It is well perceived that the fan who was talking to Taeyeon would cherish every moment of the call, yet her wonderful experience was said to be interrupted by Kyuhyun. Additionally, the call was limited to 2 minutes only, so she must have felt frustrated for not being able to fully enjoy her conversation with Taeyeon. Many claimed that it was thoughtless of Kyuhyun to barge into the session like that. However, Kyuhyun supporters defended that he and Taeyeon actually had a very close relationship, so maybe he was just trying to surprise her. Also, the fan on the other end of the call even got the opportunity to talk to 2 top K-pop stars at the same time, which many K-pop fans have always dreamt of. Thus, she should have felt lucky instead, and netizens didn't need to have pity on her. Number 4. Donghae, Super Junior, pretending to hit Irene. Back in 2018, Irene and Donghae participated in Super TV and played a game together, and what was thought to be cute and joyful soon turned into chaos. Specifically, Irene and Donghae were playing Tangsuyuk, and upon losing the game, Donghae suddenly came close to Irene and pretended to hit her. Even Yesung had to push Donghae away and said, "Hey, why are you acting like a thug?" It is known that in South Korea, violence against women is heavily criticized. And that's why netizens' reactions to Donghae's action were really severe. They said, "This seems to be his true personality. I thought he was a kind person." And, "Have you been hanging out with bad people these days?" However, as Donghae has been famous for his sense of humor and cranky jokes, it is understandable why he pulled such a joke on Irene. Also, when noticing that Irene was startled, he promptly apologized. There were also supporters defending that he only made that joke to make the show more appealing to the audiences, and he clearly had no bad intentions at all. They thought some netizens were only exaggerating the situation and making a mountain out of a molehill. In reality, these artists are on good terms with each other, and Donghae is also known as a sweet and caring gentleman. So, do you think that these jokes were rude and inconsiderate? Or were some people just exaggerating things? Are there any other similar cases that I forgot to mention? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.